This is live, motherfucker.
Okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Under the Covers.
Are we actually going?
I believe
we're live.
What's that mysterious third voice?
Oh,
It's magical.
I see some shoulders.
The weird thing is we're about 10 yards apart.
Oh God, we're recording here in Austin, Texas.
Awesome, Austin.
Yeah.
And they let me come along for the ride.
This guy right here. Hey, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm the third wheel here. Name's Sean. I've known these guys for a long time, and well, they're beautiful people, and I'm just gonna have a little fun today.
We're all gonna have some fun today.
Mm-hmm. You know, so we're Under the Covers podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So we should always introduce ourselves because we didn't do that one time, and our biggest fan let us know about it and ridiculed us for us. And when we started before this podcast, we were, as everybody knows, we were in upstate New York on a summer trip and at the lake listening to some music. And I forgot how we got on the subject of cover songs, but we started listening to a Spotify playlist of just bunches of cover songs. Some we knew, like Bob Dylan's All on the Watchtower and Jimi Hendrix. Other ones we didn't. What was the Kansas one that we did?
Oh, Carry On Wayward Son.
Oh, Carry On My Wayward Son. So, yeah. And Sean was actually there listening to us rap about these songs. And so he was part of it. So what we decided to do is after Sean went home and everybody went home, we decided to cut him out of the business entirely.
Yeah.
And decided to let him.
This is the first time he's heard of this podcast, so
Yeah.
he's pretty upset right
But
now.
fun little story: the actual name of the podcast came from how we used to sleep in college. All three of us would be under the covers.
I do have some pictures of that. We should use that for our cover art instead.
Daddy spoon, mama spoon, baby spoon.
It's like the Three Bears, only they were all male.
So why the heck are we in Austin?
To have a good time, listening to some live music, drink a lot of beers.
Just like New York happened, we decided to get together.
Yeah.
We decided to do a guys trip, and we drew this out of a hat, actually.
Coincidentally, it's Mother's Day, and
Happy Mother's Day,
and also really close to my wife's birthday. So,
and it's my dad's birthday today.
Nick
there you go. Cheers.
Nick wanted to get out of giving gifts.
So yeah, guys, I'm you know, in Wayne's World where the dude partied too much, I feel like that guy. I have ate too much. I drank way too much. This beer's, I'm just choking it down. It's actually morning. Normally I can pound beers in the morning with no problem. Normally I pound beers in the morning and go to work, and then I'm fine, you know. But
oh, I was there yesterday. I tell you what.
We actually hit a wall last night. I believe all three of us looked at each other and together decided to go home and give up.
Yeah. Well, we stayed for the whole Big Sandy and the Fly Right Boys show at the
absolutely.
old Continental Club in Austin here. It was awesome. A little rockabilly show.
yeah, that was good. I'm glad we went there. We were going to go to what, C Notes? What is it called?
Sea Boys.
But they wouldn't welcome us.
And not SEE boys, C-boys. I'll let you all in the audience decide what the C stands for.
Continental.
I thought it was see you next Tuesday. Oh gosh, yes. I'm back on the horse, Lone Star horse,
Representing little Austin for everybody.
You know, we saw a bar called Saddle Up last night. You know, one of the Knights in White Satin Sheet songs. Didn't get to go in. There was a private party, but it was pretty fun to. I might have to sue them, you know, because they're using the name of our song. But
Let's go serve them with a cease and desist.
Yeah. No, we're here today to talk about a fun song.
Mm-hmm.
A band that we've all loved for a long time. Well, not really a band. She's solo.
That's what I was thinking.
She's my favorite.
Yes. Would you like to introduce our very fine and lovely Christian woman singer?
Britney Spears, everybody.
Yeah.
And
The song, Hit Me Baby, One More Time.
Can,
You can
we need the
no,
I
not
think
correct. That is not correct.
It's not the correct.
I believe our entire audience just drifted back 20 years to a special moment in their life when that video came on television.
No, I believe all our audience immediately canceled our special guest Sean for naming the song incorrectly.
Yes. Yes. Look, you should just read the liner notes here. Look, it's right there. I put it right there on the front of the note.
I see that now.
What is it? Ellipses?
Ellipsius?
Ellipsius?
I don't know. Celsius? I
I
thought
like
it was
it. Ellipses, baby. One more time. But the band we do truly enjoy and have loved for 20 plus years is the one that covers this. Tenacious motherfucking D.
The D, baby?
The D.
A little Jack Black, a little Kyle Gass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness! Here you go,
Yeah,
buddy.
so they just released this song on the classic, well, soon to be classic movie Kung Fu Panda 4.
Soon to be classic. Even the Godfather series didn't make it that long.
Now, I haven't seen any of the Kung Fu Panda movies, but I've heard they're enjoyable.
Sean, have you?
I have not. Have you? You have kids though, so that
No, I haven't watched it. I have a tough time watching movies.
Yeah.
with his kids.
It's like an awkward pause.
I don't know what to make of that.
But yeah, so we're gonna be talking about "Baby One More Time," the song by Britney Spears, written by Max Martin, who we talked about on this podcast before a few times, but I can specifically remember the Taylor Swift episode because I know he did.
I don't remember any of that episode. Not a bit.
I remember having to edit a lot out because I was worried Taylor Swift and her fans would come after us.
And if I remember correctly, guys, you actually put links to the songs in the podcast notes.
Yeah, actually, you know what? We haven't even told people, just to remind them how we do this. We listen to an original song or a song that was done by a popular artist and talk about it, the history of it, and all those sorts of things. And then we listen to a cover version of that same song by another band. This one's Tenacious D. We compare and contrast, and at the end, we tell which one we like better.
I didn't bring the gong because I was afraid they would kick me off the plane.
No, that doesn't work. That was supposed to be the gong.
And at the same time, we can decide which shoulder of mine looks better.
Yeah.
This one's a little fluffier.
It is. It's very fluffy over
Where
here.
the air comes in, I could just give you a cool breeze if you get hot.
That was nice. That was very nice. That was not as nice. Not as nice.
No, I didn't think it would be. I don't ever want to do that again.
So in the notes, there'll be a video and the song.
I used to, but I got lazy. Stop putting links. Google them. So maybe for this one, since Sean called me out, I'll add links to the video, YouTube video. Yeah, ring the bell.
There or something. I don't know where it is. Jeez, great. You got an ugly looking arm on camera. Added 10 pounds for sure.
Probably 15.
So.
I think all these added about 10 to 15 pounds in the last 2 days.
Dude, because I haven't pooped in 3 days. I mean, it's like I need remedies for that.
John.
Speaking of poop, we have a little bit of placement. Oh. Daily fiber for when you can't poop and need a little help
and can't afford Metamucil.
And after you take your daily fiber, butt wipes to help clean up what daily fiber costs.
Also, because you can't afford dude wipes.
Wow. But we actually probably have a real sponsor for this video today.
Oh, we do. We do have a real sponsor for the video. It's an exciting one. I was happy for them to reach out, and give us some cash for us to read their copy. But today we are sponsored by JB and KG's Black Belt Boogie Krav Maga Dojo Mofo.
Whoa. I don't know if it's the hangover.
Again, that's JB and KG's Black Belt Boogie Krav Maga Dojo Mofo.
Wow. All right.
That's a mouth. That's a mouthful.
Hey there, warriors of the world. Are you ready to rock your socks off and unleash your inner hero? Then listen up, because JB and KG's Black Belt Boogie Krav Maga Mojo Dojo Mofo is calling your name. Picture this: you're standing tall like a tribute to greatness, mastering the art of self-defense with the finesse of a wonder boy. Yeah, that's right. We're talking about Krav Maga, baby. So, what are you waiting for? It's time to grab life by the horns or the balls and join the ranks of Krav Maga Elite. Enroll today and let's rock our fucking socks off.
Holy shit. That was a lot.
It was a lot. There was more copy they gave me, but I figured I'd let the nice voice that the street take it from here.
You guys can't see me, but I'm signing up right now.
We got one, guys. Time out. Turn the mic up real quick. Please. Oh, that was a banger.
Did that guy have 3 legs?
He did. He did. That's so he can kick you with 2 roundhouse kicks at the same time.
I tell you, that's quite the artwork there.
Well, that's how I imagine Kyle with 3 legs because he rocks his fucking socks up so much.
Or it could be a schlong.
It probably is.
Just taped and put at the very end.
I like how you had to look me in the eyes to say schlong.
I was gonna say Sean, but it's like
it's important to make eye contact.
So thank you, JB and KG's Black Belt Boogie Krav Maga Dojo Mofo. Again, we've got Sean already willing to sign up for your program.
Already did.
that was insightful.
Link will be in the podcast. So
speaking of insightful, Um, 1998 was a wondrous year. Is that the year you graduated, Charlie?
No, 99. So 1 year before.
Oh, it was the tweener year between you and me.
Mm-hmm.
Did you graduate in 98?
No, Chuck and I were buddies. Actually, we have a birthday just 1 month apart. Graduated the same year.
Oh, is your birthday present around?
Oh my gosh, where is it
I
at?
think
It's
I
right
think
over there. Yeah. So Chuck brought me a birthday gift, which is as special as it can get. I believe it's like it's for hanging on a tree, but I'm gonna get a nice gold chain and put this little bad boy right around my neck. It's a merman. It's a merman.
And he dresses like Sean down in Tampa and smokes cigars and drinks beers. So I figure pretty fitting.
I actually do put the tail on. It's hard to walk around. It's more of a jump and a hop. But
Videos or it didn't happen.
So in 1998, going back to this song, because you guys are obviously drunk at 11 in the morning.
Those were some horny times. Let me tell you what.
What?
Yeah, teenagers.
did you?
Britney Spears.
Did you-
Christina Aguilera.
Britney Spears was actually Chuck's first girlfriend. Never met her in person, but spent a lot of time with her.
Jesus, this is gonna be horrible.
But what did you say about Britney Spears earlier today? How do you feel about her?
I don't think it's appropriate.
If it wasn't appropriate for Taylor Swift, it's definitely not appropriate for Britney Spears. She
Yeah.
has probably more lawyers than Taylor Swift. No, she doesn't.
Save Britney Spears hashtag. I'm supposed to put the hashtag in front of that, I think.
Yeah, suddenly all your hashtags are wrong. Just people are like,
None of
"What's
them
he-"
work.
Nice. So yeah, in 1998, this "Baby One More Time," Ellipsis "Baby One More Time" was her debut album and coincidentally her debut single. It's widely regarded as one of the greatest pop songs of all time, and Rolling Stone listed it as the 205th greatest song of all time. Rock song, I guess, pop song. Greatest song.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good song. It's fun, catchy. Thanks, Max Martin, for being amazing.
You know what? We brought up Max Martin again.
205 though.
205. It means there's 205 songs better.
I thought it would have been rated more closely with 69 in that range.
Okay, there we go. We got the low hanging fruit there.
I think it might go down to 206 once JB and KG's Black Belt Boogie Krav Maga Dojo Mofo. Once that song starts rising up the Rolling Stones charts.
How are you drinking more and saying that faster? I can't even process it. We brought up Max Martin, and you brought us up a couple times. I don't remember the Taylor Swift episode, but he is one of the biggest songwriters of all time. As a matter of fact, he has only written less number one songs than one other person. You know who that other person is, Sean? Without reading the notes? Well, I know you can't read anyway because you didn't see the big title that was on there when you introduced the song.
I'm not going to participate with this portion of the show if you're going to treat me this way.
Come here.
John Lennon.
Oh, no, he actually surpassed John Lennon. It is Sir Paul McCartney.
Damn it, I whispered sweet nothings of Paul McCartney in your ear and you failed.
I knew it was Paul. But
So, yeah, this Max Martin, he's from Sweden. Sweden? Is that what we got on the Swedish balls?
Swedish meatballs, yes.
Yes, that was where it was.
Swedish meatballs. I remember that.
What
What about Swedish? Did you talk about Swedish fish as well?
No, I hate those.
That wasn't brought up in the very first episode.
It was.
Because the goldfish story about how you think they taste like real fish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Ah,
So,
memories.
I
Max-
fast forwarded through that one.
Max Martin has...
Well, at least we got to listen, right?
So, Max Martin has written gems such as I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC's It's Gonna Be May, Katy Perry's Roar, which my daughters love that song,
I do too.
Taylor Swift's Bad Blood, and Shake It Off. I like Shake It Off a lot. I listen to that a lot, usually when I'm getting out of the shower. sound kind of like a dog when I got it hard to shake it off.
Yeah, I usually listen to helicopter rock.
All right, let's just we got Merman coming around here. In the weekend's blinding lights. Is it blind lights or blinding? I think it's
I
blinding
think
lights.
it's blinding.
Yeah. So for sure. And like I said, this is one of the best-selling singles of all time. With other songs in this company of about the 10 million range was "My Sweet Lord" by George Harrison. Harrison. That was my Sean Connery's way he pronounces George's name.
That was very good.
The Macarena.
Hey,
Oh.
Macarena.
Yeah. Winds of Change by the Scorpions.
Oh, that's a
That's a humdinger.
And my and My Sharona by the Knack.
That's my favorite
Is it really?
song of all time.
Is it really?
okay.
No, I don't actually. I just like it when it comes on. It makes me feel good.
So can I tell you something about the My Sharona? Are you going to tell me a song about or a thing about My Sharona, Charlie?
Yeah, because this got brought up in an episode once
Oh, did it?
about how you saw like a cover band playing,
Yes.
and you're like, "This song fucking sucks," and then they blew your face off
Yeah.
with a solo. I was kind of like, I don't remember like a mind blowing solo in that song, but I was just nodding my head and agreeing with you because that's what I do because I'm a follower and not a leader. But anyways, I went and listened to that song the next day, and I'm like, no, this song does just it's repetitive the whole way through. Like the guitar solos, like give it a listen.
So
I
you're
think-
saying it's not in the song?
I think the band you saw played an epic solo in that wasn't part of the
We're
original
gonna
song.
fist fight about this because we're gonna play it after we get done with this episode because
Okay.
there's a killer guitar solo in it, and
Okay, we'll come back with an addendum after we listen to that song, but that's a later episode because if Sean wasn't here, I'd just be punching his face.
I have to mediate these two all the time.
I didn't know your arm there, Charlie, was 9.5 yards long.
That's not all that's 9.5 yards long.
Ouch. Yeah. All right.
10 yards on a football field is almost 9.5 yards long.
So
Thank you for these interesting facts.
So the song was actually written for the Backstreet Boys and TLC. Both of them rejected it.
Wait, this was written originally for TLC?
That's what it said on Wikipedia.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's
But,
cool. That's interesting.
They rejected it because they felt that there was innuendos about domestic violence.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. And as Sean sort of alluded to when he couldn't read the thing right in front of him, it was supposed to be called Hit Me, Baby, One More Time, or even just shortened to Hit Me. But the label also thought it would allude to domestic violence. But when Max Martin wrote it, he actually wrote it as "Hit Me on the Telephone One More Time," and because he's Swedish and doesn't he eats meatballs and fish, and so they translated it, or not translated it, but they shortened it to "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time."
And let's just say Britney ran with that, and she removed any connotation of being hit.
Yeah, plus she was a schoolgirl in the video.
Well,
and
I also read that she was 16 when she recorded this.
I was gonna say that you
Like-
can't get all horned up about it. 'Cause
No.
that's a little weird.
I was 17 at the time. It's not that weird.
Okay.
It's a little good justification.
Both of us were illegal at the time, right?
Yeah. You know what? I think this is, speaking of violence, in Austin, we found out that us three are severely at risk.
Yeah.
Or maybe severely at risk by walking around partying here in Austin. And
By who? By who, you might ask?
I don't remember the name.
The Rainy Street Ripper. Look it up. It's actually a fascinating tale of death, murder, and stabbings.
And this is a great transition. We are changing the format of our podcast, and we are now a murder mystery podcast, true crime.
We're back.
So get this. Downtown Austin, Texas, which is lots of cool bars, venues, people running around. It's a kind of a college. Oh, it's a big college town because University of Texas is here. But there's this.
Hook 'em.
Oh, I thought you said, "Hold on." I'm like,
Speaking of Hook'em, Britney Spears.
No, we're talking about the murder.
We're murderers.
So
We're back to the murder mystery.
So what's happening around here is there is allegedly a serial killer that is targeting white middle-aged men as they're partying around there, and there's this rainy street. Which, if you look this up online, they blatantly say, "Oh yeah, there's no cameras and no lights there," and so this rainy street ripper's like, "Giddy up, the farm for harvesting dudes,
Saddle up."
And the one thing I will say is that it sounds like these guys that are dying are relatively good looking and well built.
So
we're probably safe. But I was gonna actually roofie Charlie tonight just to see what happens, because I didn't know people when they were roofied could like function. I thought they were just like floppy bodies.
It's for science.
It's
okay.
I brought a pill with, so we'll see where it goes.
A pill of roofie? A roofie? Is it just
it's a roofie pill. It's a little pill. It's a well, we won't get into the details.
I like your really
well, we had that ad one time for "Don't regret it, forget it." Basically the same thing.
It's true.
But these guys who got murdered kind of regretted it, I guess.
Yeah, and there's one survivor. Some dude, so he was thrown off a bridge. I guess these people are getting thrown off bridges, which you would think that there'd be cameras on bridges nowadays.
But nobody's lifting me over a railing.
Especially in the tech towns such as this, where, weirdly enough, there's a big Google building here, but we don't seem to have very good Google service here.
Thank you, Chris, for helping us.
Nonetheless, the survivor did not get thrown in the river. He got thrown off the bridge into the ground and was about 5 feet from the river. So he's survived, but he has no memory of it because A, he was roofied, and B, he hit the fucking ground from being thrown from a bridge. I mean, so.
Is that actually better, like, not to hit the water, just to hit ground?
Yeah, because it was.
Yeah, because he would have drowned in the river.
Yeah, and that's
because he was out of it. Yeah, that's.
He's super thankful that he got, and his buddies don't know where he went. Like he it was. But anyway, he's a survivor. But there's been like 22 to 24 people that are allegedly
just show up in the water.
That show up in the water, Ladybird Lake, which is sort of just a reservoir. But
yeah, so one of our Uber drivers was like super concerned about us. Yeah. She was like, "Hold hands while you walk down the street,"
which we do anyways.
Yeah.
So
that's how we go from place to place.
Yeah.
Sometimes
it's kind of like the Follow the Yellow Brick Road scene. If you can imagine that in your head, this is kind of like us. But
I put Chuck on my back.
Yeah, but our last Uber driver of the night was
that's why you're always in pain.
Very, very like, no, he's not a serial killer, which kind of leads me to believe that maybe the Uber driver was the serial killer, trying to throw us off the path.
But I think we saw the serial killer last night when we were going from the C note or whatever.
He was.
We all felt eerie as this person walked by us.
He was the most suspicious person we've seen in Austin.
He had a Jeffrey Dahmer jacket.
He looked like Jeffrey Dahmer. He was a Dahmer. Actually, his last name was Dahmer. It was Johnny Dahmer.
I hope he's not one of our listeners and he's looking at himself right now and be like, "Oh shit!"
He's like,
"That's me.
Fire up the roofie pills. I need 3 of them tonight."
Oh,
how do we get on this subject?
Back to the song. I mean, thank you for listening to that. Yeah. We're lucky to be live. We have one more night here, so we might just test it out where we all just kind of walk a few blocks apart.
In the media industry, they call that going off on a tangent.
The media industry.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad we have a media mogul here.
Yes, a media mogul.
Cheers.
Oh, jeez. This beer is not tasting good.
You want another one?
Yeah, I do. So Britney Spears, before she recorded, she went over to Sweden and recorded this song with, I think it's Lou Pearlman, I think is his name. He was her manager. Was she on Mickey Mouse Club or not?
Yes, she was. So fun fact about that. When she first auditioned for it, they did not let her on the show because she was too young. She was only the age of 9, so she actually had to wait 3 years before she was allowed on the show.
Wow.
And that's when she met Justin Timberlake.
The T.B.
JT. JC Chavez, too. Yeah.
Did Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake get married?
No, but they hooked up underage.
Well, if they were both underage, it's legal, right?
I don't know. I think JT
according to the 17-year-old loophole that you guys are talking about.
I'm just trying to justify my crush on a 16-year-old Britney Spears.
Somebody said it.
It was Chuck. Chuck was okay with it. I was I waited until she was of age before I.
And Dominic Greenman, he definitely is about the loopholes as well.
Well, he's also. I
Yes.
hope he's listening.
Yeah, I'm sure. So when Britney Spears went over to Sweden, she was wanting to put a little more aggression into the song, and all night long she stayed up.
All night
No,
long.
all night.
I love that we can do 3-part harmony right here. So she stayed up all night before the recording, listening to Soft Cell's "Tainted Love" because she felt like it had some of that grind and some of that growl. Her words, or Wikipedia's words, I guess. But she wanted her voice to sound rusty, so she recorded the next day, and she sucked. She didn't do it. They tried over and over again. So that night, she went out and had some fun. Don't know what that means.
That's actually, yeah, that's.
Probably went to IKEA, had some Swedish meatballs.
Swedish meatballs, because I don't eat the bacon over.
Came back with brand new vision.
And the next day she recorded it. Max Weinberg, or whatever the guy's name is, what's his name? Max Martin.
Yeah, Max Weinberg, I believe, is Conan O'Brien's band.
Yeah.
E Street Band as well. Blinded by the Light. Go listen to that episode.
Yeah. And so he was the producer. No, he wasn't listed as a producer, but he was pretty much the engineer. Did some backup vocals. And then, the awesome, the video came out there, which was
Life changing.
It was a pretty monumental
For Charlie.
change. Well, I'm just saying it's listed as like one of the most iconic videos of all time. That girl school vibe and seeing her boyfriend and da 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 da. But it was voted the best video of the '90s. And
Wow.
So do you remember Halloween 1999?
Is that when we went as a tag team band? Tag team.
We did.
Okay.
Yes. We went as Gary and Ace, and then Charlie over here went as Britney Spears.
Did I?
Yeah, your figure was beautiful. Like the way that mini skirt.
Back then, I was a little more
Oh my
svelte.
gosh, yeah.
All right. But a guy named Nigel Dick actually recorded, or was the producer of the video. And he recorded videos for lots of folks, including your favorite band there, John.
No.
Nickelback. Don't like my pants for round. I don't know what that is.
I look in this photograph.
Well, these are all very interesting facts, Nick.
Yep. She was criticized for showing her belly, but she's from some southern state, Mississippi, Louisiana, somewhere where they can't read. And
remember the Blinded by the Light episode when they couldn't say douche because people in the South didn't like the down south parts on the ladies' bodies?
Yeah.
The Down syndrome in the South.
Cut that out.
So, no, but she was saying that when she does dancing, I mean, all girls in the South really basically wear just a sports bra, and so they show their midriff. But then it was about 2006, Britney Spears started going off the rails. She spent some time in rehab, shaved her head, had some babies.
Lots of babies.
She got pregnant from shaving her head?
Yes.
Hey, come
Actually, you know what?
Are you pregnant?
If you look at my belly, there's a.
Who was that dude that she did marry? Was he not
Kevin Federline?
Oh,
It
yes.
just came to my head. Yeah, K-Fed.
K-Fed. That sounds like the
A drug. It sounds like a drug.
I was gonna say it sounds like the brand name of roofies. It's called K-Fed.
K-Fed.
Yeah, so all that
So that was a
pressure,
few years of repeatedly being roofied.
all that pressure of childhood fame and all that jazz, and that's got to add up. Like I probably would have went crazy too. I probably would have died from drug overdoses.
We're happy you didn't. Though.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
Well, I never got famous.
We would have missed you though.
Yeah, I would have missed.
I would have
you.
cried. I would have cried.
So I think it's time to listen to this song.
Yeah.
It is 3 minutes and 31 seconds and has 808,320,240 after we're done with this 9 listens on Spotify. And as you guys know, we can't play these songs live on this podcast because we don't have that sort of money yet. even though we're, after my insurance kicks in, after I get killed this weekend by the Rainy Street Ripper, my wife can have a couple of new jet skis, and these guys can have a well-produced show.
On a side note, though, you listed the number of plays on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know the number of times it was played on YouTube, the video?
No.
It's well over 3 billion.
Really?
Oh.
Did you actually look something up while we were doing this?
No, I just made that up. I'm pretty sure it's accurate.
That would make sense, being a sexy video and the best video of the 90s. Like,
yeah, it would.
Watch the video over listening to
I mean,
on Spotify.
Charlie, you watched it well over 4,000 times yourself, correct? I put a couple thousand.
Well, back then we didn't have the internet.
I didn't watch it at all because I was like, man, I don't like looking at girls that are number one, under 18, number two, showing their belly.
You were over 18, so
I
good
was.
for you. I was under 18.
Yeah, Charlie and I qualify for the under the 18 line at that point in time.
All right.
Well, I hope you all enjoy this song.
Yeah, enjoy it. We'll be back in about 3 minutes and 31 seconds.
We're gonna.
Under the covers in Austin with Charlie, Nick, and Sean. We're listening to the real song right now, but you're stuck with this one. Sorry, not sorry. Maybe one day we can afford the rights to the music, but for now, enjoy this interlude. We'll be back soon on Under the Covers. Sorry, not sorry.
Penis injections.
We're back. And on that note, let's just say Nick enjoyed the video.
I did not.
And the first thing he thought about was penis injections.
I did not. That will come up in a later episode. Or check out our social media. I'm sure we'll have a clip of that. But I did not invent that terminology.
No. It was what was a mic test? It was a hot mic.
It was a hot mic.
It was a
Ooh.
hot mic.
Okay.
I love hot mics.
So,
Man, there's that song. That song, I haven't listened to it in a while.
It just strikes every chord you want.
It's good. It's a good pop song.
While we were listening to the song, Nick was over here rifling through notes. So I'm curious what he has to say.
I think it's really cool how instantaneously the hook to the song in less than 1 second. It starts out with the hook, and it's sort of like Rolling Stones, like "Start Me Up," right? You don't have any attention span nowadays for people listening to songs, so it's just right there in your face, and that's what what's his name? Martin. That's what he does really well, and it's obviously very well produced and written.
Is the microphone on?
Is it?
Sean, did you turn it on?
It says yours.
Yeah, if it's up, it's on.
It's up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
I turned it on. I actually turned it on right as Nick said penis injection.
Okay.
Did you just hear a cool guitar riff?
Yeah, what was that?
I think it's the speaker turning off or something.
But yeah, Nick's right. When that song starts out, where it's just like do do do, you just boom, you're in.
That's when I go run and get my
You're
schoolgirl clothes on, because I'm gonna do a hell of a dance and show my belly.
To your point about bellies in the South, that's proven this weekend. Like, everybody just walks around, men, women, bellies just out.
Yeah. Oh baby.
One part that I really like is there's this little funky guitar like riff that plays. I don't know. I didn't mark anything down, but it's probably a good 3 minutes into the song, and it's just this little 3 or 4 note thing that I just think is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what really great production and great songwriting does. Is it gives you interest. It's not a very high and low song. There's not a lot of dynamics, but it keeps you interested all the way through. I even noticed too, when you go to the bridge, you think it's just another round of the chorus, but it does another chord change up. The song is, I think, C minor. So it does a different change there to keep you interested, and then goes back into another chorus with more ad-lib vocals behind it, which is great. And a lot of those ad-lib vocals, I think it reminds me a lot of TLC, especially in the timbre that she uses and kind of the it's more of a lower register for her.
Yeah, would you call it like a vocal fry kind of sound? Like how I think that's a term with especially women vocalists, how they kind of like make their voice kind of like
Do it.
uh,
Are you releasing love?
Yeah,
I
please.
don't know.
Please, no. Actually, can you just do that one more time? I mean, I think the whole audience is ready for it.
But no, I think that's that rust that she's talking about. Raspy, yeah.
Raspy's the word.
And I gotta say this. Another thing that this song does really, really well is it brings her voice from that low raspy register all the way up to a higher, which is her more well-known tone, I guess, which is that, my guy Jim would say it's a Britney Spears sound because it has a definite, distinctive tone and timbre. So
Yeah, good song. Check it out.
I'll say this: the "Oh Baby Baby" gets a little bit like it's like the Jingle Bells, right? It's like ching ching. It's like everything starts out with "Oh Baby Baby." I mean, at some point she probably should just stayed with the dude.
Should have what?
Stayed with the dude because she broke up with him. That's what the song's all about.
Oh, okay.
She broke up with him, or they broke up, and she wants him back, and that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just like sick. Like, just get over yourself. You're 16. You'll find other love, or you won't.
Yeah, but I'm just even saying, just the way she delivers she literally delivers the line "Obey"
every 10 seconds.
Yeah. It just, I know that's part of the riff, and it's part of a more of a melody, just repetitive melody. But on the same time, it's like, oh geez.
It's kind of like when you're watching a porn and she calls you daddy, and you're like, no, don't, just go away.
Yeah, I wish I would have said that before you even uttered that line. Just don't. Or bringing Sean on this podcast.
But
oh, shit!
I'm not that innocent.
Hot take. Go home.
Brought it back.
I'm out of here, guys.
So, but no, I definitely understand. Why that song is as big as it was. That thing was everywhere in 1990.
You couldn't get away from it.
Yeah.
Total Request Live, baby. I was on the phone every day.
Yeah.
The rotary phone.
Max Weinberg was just rolling in the cash at that point.
Yeah,
and
Max Weinberg.
He was
So
like
was Max
Scrooge
Weinberg.
McDuck diving into his vault.
So then,
Can we talk about that for a quick second?
ooh, what? Yeah.
So we all watched DuckTales, right?
I didn't.
So Scrooge McDuck dove like 20 feet down into a pile of gold coins.
That would hurt.
And he just went right in like water.
Mm-hmm.
That duck would be dead. I'm sorry. Like, let's be honest. It's not good imagery. That's kids grew up learning that, and now one that gets a ton of money is going to try to dive into it.
Did I just get roofied? Because I don't know how we got into DuckTales.
Woo.
All right, we can continue. My apologies, guys.
So
Tenacious. Motherfucking G. That speaker knew.
Yeah, it was ready.
the Marshall speaker that we're using today as a auxiliary sound source, it's funny because every time we say Tenacious D, it does this cool like guitar riff thing, like, and I'm like, Jack Black and Kyle Gass must be in the other room. Just they're gonna pop out. Kyle or Jack Black's gonna be in his underwear or something like that.
Maybe that's who turned the TV on earlier. We were just sitting here
Yes.
testing equipment. The fucking TV comes out, goes to YouTube TV. Ghosts.
So
What a guy.
Charlie, you introduced me to Tenacious D on the what was the first album called? Was it just called Tenacious D?
It was called Tenacious
Yeah.
D.
Yeah, Tenacious D. That was like their first official big album.
That
They
actually
had-
was life altering for us.
Yeah.
It was a pretty big moment in our lives. I'll tell you this: I didn't want to like it because I don't like it when people make fun of music. I like Offspring. I don't really like Offspring because they're just don't like them.
I get Offspring. I heard a Offspring song the other day, and I'm like, this just isn't great.
Yeah.
But we won't get on that tangent because there's so many Offspring fans out there that will listen to us.
Oh yes, there are that many Offspring fans. Huh?
But no, so I don't think they make fun of music. I think they play extremely
Fun music.
great music in a fun way. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's playful.
from-
It's playful.
it's playful. Yes, perfect. They're great musicians who love to have fun, and they started out with like sketch comedy shows in like the '90s, where they would inject music, kind of like Flight of the Conchords, who I'm sure took a lot of inspiration from
Yeah.
Tenacious D, where they basically had a TV show and then they just interject a song that kind of fit the theme and things like that.
So you say that you're saying that they're a rock band first that morphs their music into something a little more funny? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think if they wanted to sit down and write a serious song,
Like who? Led Zeppelin?
or The Who,
Holy crap! Like you went from like Tenacious D making "Fucker Gently" songs to Led Zeppelin.
Correct. But you have Wonder Boy. You have all these songs about like imagination and Led Zeppelin. I mean, they kind of went all over the spectrum too with their
They
topics.
never made a comedy song.
Not
Well,
a comedy, but I don't
they
consider
talked
it
about
comedy.
Lord of the Rings in like every other song.
Correct. And I don't consider everything Tenacious D does as comedy. Like, I
Really?
think it's imaginative.
See, I sort of, and this is the great thing about music is you can have, sort of the baselines. I think they're 100% a comedy act first. And
Yeah.
so, and look at even Wikipedia says Tenacious D is an American comedy rock duo. So they were comedy first. They're not a rock duo who does comedy. So, but
Jack Black's a comedian. Kyle Gass
is he a comedian? He's just an actor.
He's a comedian. He's
a
not a
comedic actor.
stand-up
Yeah,
comedian,
not a
but he's
stand-up, but he is a
still
comedic
a
actor.
comedian.
And Kyle Gass is just a dude.
Do you know where?
I think Kyle Gass is from Kalamazoo, if I remember.
No,
right.
he's from California.
Are you
Oh
sure?
my gosh, this is going to be worthwhile. 'Cause
Dollar.
Dollar, please.
Born. Where's he from?
Walnut Creek, California.
He was born in Walnut Creek, California.
Born there or just raised there?
He was there for a little while.
I don't know. It sounds like somebody's from Kalamazoo. Or somebody did something in Kalamazoo. I bet you they were at Kalamazoo one time.
Yeah, they probably played there once.
So they got their name from a phrase that the NBA basketball sportscasters.
I'll have to die.
That's not what they said. Walt Frazier and Marv Albert used to say about
Oh,
basketball.
sweaty.
Yours
Uh,
too.
Yeah, thank you.
So they used to.
Go ahead. Go ahead with
Their
your Walt
name was
Frazier.
derived by saying the phrase "tenacious defense," a phrase used by NBA basketball sportscasters. And Dave Grohl, David. He's also their like loose leaf studio drummer. I mean, he's not even loose leaf. He's like
He
he's
plays
like
drums for them on everything almost.
Alcohol
Do you-
kicking in.
Do you guys know where their first appearance was?
Yeah.
You do?
Go ahead. I don't know.
Fire away, Chuck.
In a club.
Actually, their first
Well,
their
that's mind blowing shit right there.
Their first acknowledgement to the public was in Biodome.
Really?
Really?
Correct.
Are you making shit up? Or are you actually looking stuff up? on
I
your phone?
promise. I promise. They appeared as a green kind of just goofing band on the college campus.
So a comedy rock duo.
Yes,
Just putting that out there.
a rock comedy duo. See, you just switch the words around and it has a different meaning to some degree.
But yes, the album Tenacious D, their self-titled album, has a big influence on our lives.
It does.
It rocked
we
my
used to-
fucking socks off.
It did. We used to listen to that a lot, sing along to it like we were fucking JB and KG.
I do. Even to this day, when I sing the
Yeah.
songs, I'm like, man, I should do this.
I know. It's like I can do this.
Yeah.
Like no.
And
You know what? There's only one song that Charlie can do that I don't think there's only actually one other person, and it's Jack Black that can do it. It's the one note song. No, excuse me, not the one note song. It's inward singing.
Inward singing.
No, it's inward singing. Inward singing. Like if you guys ever heard this, it's literally you breathe out and sing, and then while you're breathing in, you're also singing. And one day, Charlie.
Yeah, I used to.
Charlie was like loaded up and he's like, I can do this, and started doing it and actually did it. I mean, I went from like 6 to 12 pretty quick, but and he had his sports bra on, so his little midriff was out there too. I was like, gosh dang, if only he was 17.
Chuck could do that. The only thing I could do from the album was I can only do one.
Oh, the cock push-ups.
Yeah, I was able to do a cock push-up.
Another funny skit in that album.
Yeah,
So
and
that would
the
be
comedy, right?
the comedy. So
But no, I think they could. So my point was, I think if they wanted to, they could be a serious band. But when you're a comedic guy and you like to write comedy, you just write funny stuff, and
yeah.
it doesn't. All music doesn't have to be serious.
Does Lee remember Lee? Does Lee listen to the show?
Oh no, I don't think he does. Tenac. By the way, I have used Be Tenacious at most of my kids' sporting events. So, and Tenacious D does a lot of cover songs. What's some of the other cover songs that we do here? Let's see if I can find this.
So I was reading something about their cover songs because there's not a lot on official albums. They have a ton of live performances and things like that. You can find YouTube videos on, but they have. I read something about them having like 20 plus songs recorded in studio.
Yeah,
but they couldn't get permission for a few songs from the artist, and so they just kind of scrapped the idea.
Yeah,
and so yeah, there's a ton of cool, fun cover songs. Like
Time Warp.
Jack Black can sing like an angel,
Yes.
and so can Kyle. And Kyle plays the guitar like a freaking maestro.
Yeah.
Kyle actually taught Jack to play the guitar.
Nice.
You Never Give Me Your Money, The End, which is a Beatles song. The Who melody, Wicked Game.
Oh wow, Wicked Game! I didn't see that one coming.
Oh,
yeah, that's a good one.
It is actually really. As a matter of fact, getting because we knew we wanted to do a Tenacious D song at some point. So we started putting quite a few of these on here. But yeah, and I gotta say, when they do a cover song, they do it right. They do put their own spin on it. But yeah, it's legit.
Yeah. So yeah, and Jack Black's delivery is just so iconic and classic. Like everybody pretty much recognized Jack Black the way from the way he talks and acts in like his movies and TV shows and whatnot, to the way he sings. It's all just so like in your face, and it's fun. I mean, that's part of his charm, and I think why a lot of their comedy and music works is just he's just out there having a good old time. He doesn't care what the world thinks. He's just being him.
Yeah. Now he was the voice of the Kung Fu Panda, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he's the panda's voice.
I liked him in Tropic Thunder. As a matter of fact, Tropic Thunder is a great movie just in general.
Couldn't make that movie now though.
Really?
Well, you could.
Maybe.
Probably get not from a big studio.
Small studio.
Small studio who doesn't give a shit about whatever. But Saving Silverman was one of my favorites.
Oh, that was great.
We did a Neil Diamond song.
Yeah.
Neil Diamond cover songs.
For sure.
Oh, you also have Rock of Ages. That was a fun one.
Oh yeah.
School of Rock. You're thinking
School of Rock. Yeah, that's it.
I think Rock of Ages was Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, and I believe that was actually, wasn't that Tom Cruise?
Sure.
Yeah, I think he made the movie.
Look at this. Children's Jack Black has won the Children's and Family Emmy Awards in 2023 for Kung Fu Panda: The Dragon Knight. He had won that. He's been nominated for the Annie Awards, the Critics' Choice Movie Awards, the Golden Globe Awards, Independent Spirit Awards in 2013.
Is that like the Spirit Airlines?
And the Satellite Awards, which is that's put on by Dave Matthews, because he popularized the song Satellite. So
we did find out that Dave Matthews' middle name is Matthews because his full name is Dave Matthews Band.
At age 14, oh my gosh, this is the lead up. I'm sorry, no,
No, that was great.
Get this. At age 14, Black struggled with cocaine use.
Correct, he did, and he actually switched out of his school to another school because he was with the wrong group of guys, and he felt threatened at times. So he actually went to, I believe, a private school to help get him away from that.
Age 14?
14.
I'm 42, and I haven't even touched cocaine
and prior to
I'm
that,
scared of it.
His first appearance ever was in a video game commercial, I believe,
Wow.
for Nintendo.
Excite Bike?
No, it was the one where the guy swung across alligators and stuff.
Ah, yes, the pit.
Maybe. Yeah,
One of
probably.
Black's brothers, Howard, died of AIDS in 91. Geez, at 36. His oldest brother, Neil, is an engineer, scientist, and musician.
He's also the star of the movie The Matrix.
Welcome to Reading Wikipedia podcast.
Oh, baby.
I'm fucking with you.
These facts are hitting me,
but
baby,
no,
one
because
more time.
these are good facts. I did
I-
not know.
look,
them. I'm learning today, guys. I'm learning.
Yeah, that was
So speaking of the Kyle taught Jack the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
He did it for fast food meals. Jack would buy Kyle fast food meals to actually learn guitar from him.
Mm-hmm. Like White Castle and
I can't remember which
Burger
one it
King,
was. It
In-N-Out Burger.
No, it was a particular.
Red Robin. Yum. I've never had a Red Robin. Wow,
but they
we're
have
getting off topic.
bottomless fries though. Should we jump into the song for a moment?
Oh, this is a good idea, Sean.
We are going off.
So
on
I am reading a
tangents.
lot on YouTube here or Wikipedia.
Kung
Yeah.
Fu Panda 4. See
We're
it in
kung
theaters
fu
now.
fighting.
Kung Fu Panda 4, where pandas meet other pandas and other animals and do kung fu.
Do
In
you-
theaters now.
Did
Check your
any
local listings.
did any animals get injured in the filming of Kung Fu Panda?
No.
All right. Well, I feel like that's not possible since they were beating the crap out of each other.
Oh well, it's a cartoon.
Looks so real.
All right, so we're gonna listen to this song.
I believe we are. We're gonna. How long is this song?
3 minutes and 7 seconds.
Yeah.
7 seconds long.
Oh wait, excuse me. No, it's I have it here. I was trying to put it up here. 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
Oh, so close. That was a good guess. I
So
would have won
there's
on
a-
Wheel of Fortune.
It's a little bit shorter.
Not Wheel of
And it's-
Fortune. Price is Right.
It's got a Spotify listens of 22,365,000.
Holy shit! This
Holy
song was just on
shit.
Spotify like a week ago.
Yeah, so it's rocketing. It is it going to get 808 million? Yeah, I don't know, but
We're
It's definitely-
almost there.
It's definitely not going to get the YouTube views.
all right, let's do this. Let's listen to the song.
We'll be back shortly, ladies and gentlemen.
Excuse me.
Under the covers in Austin with Charlie, Nick, and Sean. We're listening to the real song right now, but you're stuck with this one. Sorry, not sorry. Maybe one day we can afford the rights to the music, but for now, enjoy this interlude. We'll be back soon on Under the Covers. Sorry, not sorry.
And we are back. We are back. I'm going to take the lead here because
Are we going to talk about this?
we're going to talk about it. No, we're not going to do the voting thing yet.
Oh, okay.
But
We're not doing the voting. This is our show. We do voting every time.
not
No,
yet.
it's
Not
not
yet.
voting-
I said
voting
not yet.
I see.
But what I wanted to say is, you were all gone for a few minutes listening to a wonderful version of a song, and Chuck, he had a transition. He actually realized that the song was so hot, he needed to put some shades on
Fire,
to take it
folks.
all in. To take it all in.
Fire. I couldn't handle it. The coming out of that Marshall speaker, just those. Full.
He looks like such a critic right now.
Looks like he should be in the movie Devil Wears Prada.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what? I judged a lot of fashion from the Met Gala recently at work.
Your sex
you really?
appeal.
Yeah. I have this standing meeting with Beth and Stacy at work.
Do you guys just stand up or do you exercise?
Yeah, literally.
Your
And-
sex appeal is skyrocketing.
And
right now.
after every like a big award show, we check out the red carpet fashion and judge it, and it's great.
Well, let's judge this. What do we got going on here? The one thing about this song is, it's rock for sure. I mean, they bring the rock aspect to it.
Mhm.
I'm not sure I like the guitar timbre, the tone, the compression of it. It doesn't hit me. What do you guys think about that?
I would have to agree with you on that. But the thing about it is, Jack's vocals just pull it all together. Like, no matter what's going on around, you can just feel the emotion. You can feel like the passion. and it kind of alters like the majority of the songs that you listen to from him. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we call dead air, folks.
Yeah, it was very dead. I apologize. I won't say anything.
No, it just seems like we're getting into both here, but which we can because we've listened to both songs now. We've talked about both Miss Spears and Mr. Black and Mr. Gas. I don't know who they recorded this with. Maybe David Grohl was on drums.
David Grohl.
I tried to Google it real quick before we started, but you know what? I gave up.
You have a name thing, right? You use the full names. Is that your thing on the show? If I remember
No,
correctly?
just me and David.
Just David.
Just David.
Him and David have a professional relationship.
I reserve Dave for David Lee Roth.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, there's
Mr. Lee Roth.
Mr. Lee Roth. That's actually I like the way that sounds. Like I don't even think he should use his first name anymore.
I agree.
Did Jack Black?
agree.
Jack Black
I
actually.
agree.
Jack Black has a his first name is Thomas, right?
I don't know.
I think so. I think it's Thomas Jacob Black is his full name.
So I will say this though: the song rocks more than Britney Spears. It's more of a rocker. They definitely bring that aspect to it, which I think will also ultimately give. If that song didn't need more mass appeal, it's going to get more mass appeal because now, if it was in Kung Fu Panda, younger kids are going to listen to it.
Oh, so many kids.
And so they're going to. That's probably why they got 22 million because it's probably on some TikTok or something like this. That,
Yeah.
And I know he went to like the Academy Awards or something like that and sang it with some fans like outside and
They're probably going to put it on a Kids Bop album.
yeah, with Baby Shark.
It'll be a whole thing.
So Britney is going to make a little more bank off this.
Oh, yeah.
Or her
Britney's-
dad.
The residuals. I think she owns it right now.
Oh, really?
I think she has control of that.
Interesting.
I could be wrong though.
But it's also a very compressed song where I think that's one thing I did like about the first Tenacious D album and a little bit of the second, but lesser to a lesser degree, is they were really good at dynamics on those first ones. Like Wonder Boy is a great example of that. It starts off very kind of quiet, acoustic, and builds to a huge crescendo. Now, Hit Me Baby One More Time or Baby One More Time does not have a big dynamic range. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen something even on that bridge area where it starts to try to quiet down. I could see them going into more of a just a straight up acoustic like thing, and then bring it back in with "Hit Me Baby One More Time."
Wow, you actually nailed that.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
That was good.
I'm going to the karaoke tonight. I'm singing at Top Golf.
Oh, we are top golfing
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, we should Top Golf. I really want
Yeah,
to.
just an FYI, everybody, we are going to meander over to Top Golf this afternoon.
Join us when we put this out. In 2 weeks.
If you are in Austin, Texas, you can play at the same Top Golf we did.
Well, heck, we've been talking about this song. We thought this episode was going to be 20 minutes long.
I did too. And we're like, I can't see the
1 hour and 10
screen
minutes.
anymore because I don't have my prescriptions on, my
So-
readers.
Do we want to put a little bow on this, Charlie? Do you want
Yeah.
to? I think we should do this. I think you and me, Charlie, should vote
Okay.
and then have Sean bring us home. That's all right with you guys?
I'm perfectly fine with that. I appreciate, and let me just say before the end of this, I appreciate the invite. It's always a pleasure to hang out with the two of you.
Well, you paid for everything on this trip, so we appreciate it.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
But yeah, let's get into the voting section, guys and gals.
I actually buy my friends, so there's that. It's the truth. The truth. I'm just gonna let the truth come out. All right.
How do you think I can afford these sunglasses?
Yeah.
It's Sugar Daddy over
The
here.
brand over. Let me see the brand.
Is it Cartier?
No, it's OFNI. It's Lijo.
See, French.
I think it's Asian.
Expensive.
I think it's Asian.
Nice.
Same thing. So we're gonna get into the voting section here, and so I'll go first. Britney Spears and Tenacious D, complete opposite sides of the spectrum of music. Like one was a extreme pop star, and the other is a comedy rock duo that could play serious music if they wanted to. Both songs are awesome. It's a fun song. Like Max Martin is a genius, and his team and crew that he works with, obviously to produce everything, is excellent. It's like I said, he wrote the song. Britney Spears performed it at the age of 16, and she did a great job. Whatever backing band she used, great as well. Tenacious D, love them. Love them. Can listen to them all the time whenever I feel like it. They put me in a good mood. Even their little skits and their albums are fun. Like generally, I don't love the little skits, but they do a great job at it. Great musicians. So for this song, my vote is actually going to go with Britney Spears.
Ow. That is so not needed.
We're at the Airbnb. We did not bring the gong of decision, so we're using these two pot pans.
We have pan top of decision.
Can you actually
top of decision?
Can you hand those over to Charlie though for the second time? I just want to even out my hearing loss.
So you can't gog your own thing. But yeah, so and to justify my vote, like the Britney Spears one is just a classic. Like it was fun. Tenacious D did put their spin on it, but not quite enough. I would personally probably listen to Tenacious D's more often, but I still think Britney Spears is better. So,
all right. Well, thanks for that insightful. Is that?
Yes,
the fridge turning on.
That's the fridge.
Yeah. So what you can.
Sorry about your background noise.
Hold on though.
The fridge is right here.
It's right there. It's not like it's like in another room.
So I'm gonna go and say, Britney Spears obviously is huge, and I agree. Max Martin and production and all that was stellar. I'm gonna take a couple hot takes here.
Ooh, I like hot takes.
She didn't write it.
I like hot cakes.
She didn't. She just kind of showed up in Sweden and
ate some meatballs
and fish
and play and sung it. The production value is very good.
2 thumbs up.
Two thumbs up.
One right
Maybe
now.
you would only have one. She it's a lot of the same over and over again. The ba-ya-ba, ba-ya-ba. I mean, gosh, you have a lot of that. Tenacious D, on the other hand, a comedy situation, and it's weird because throughout this episode, you guys have started to convince me that they could do a song that was serious. And, on this version, even though Jack Black does do a little bit more of a nasally thing, I think that he is exercising his vocal, shape in ways that he hadn't quite done it before to do a proper, tribute to this song, but does it in his own way. The guitars are a little compressed, but that's modern music, and I got to accept that. And, that Baby Baby just doesn't seem to feel super repetitive there. I feel like they provide other things that the listener can hear and breaks through with a lot of that stuff. So for that, as I sit here and really thinking about it, and you even said it yourself, Charlie, that you'll probably listen to the Tenacious D version more, probably because you like Jack Black's Belly better than Britney's at 17. So for that, sure. I'm going to go Tenacious D. The D.
Ow! Why? But now it's even. Well,
tell you what, this is fun. Smashing these together.
You guys, this is a lot of pressure, actually. A lot of pressure on myself. So you're gonna.
I like that's on camera. like literally our conspiracy is.
So first off, before I jump into my actual choice. They did pay for 2 separate announcements. Just remember, if you can't poop, take your daily fiber. And if you're going to take your daily fiber, make sure you got butt wipes.
Very important.
All right, now the pressure's on. So here's what I'll actually say. I love Britney Spears. Once she turned 18. So And I love the video. The video is definitely something that was almost a shock and awe for the 90s. Like it came up, it was a controversy. There was a lot of conversation about it. It was flashy. It was Madonna-like, could you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, I just appreciate it's a little more edgy. I like the vocals of Jack Black. And, that's actually my first time listening to it as well. So I enjoyed it. I appreciate Britney, but Jack rocks, man. Jack fucking rocks. And he does it in a fun way. So I'm gonna side with Nick here and give it up. God, that is so high pitched, people. You have no idea.
I can't hear it.
They might. They probably turned this off. They didn't hear your vote.
They've never made it over here.
Yeah. So there we have it. I think I was influenced by my Asian French classes to pick Britney. No, not really. I'm happy with my choice. I think that that's the winner in my books. But we're here in Austin. We're
Getting ready to go out.
Yeah, getting ready to go out. Enjoy the weather. It's might rain today.
Light rain though.
You're ending this on such a soft note.
Such a sad note.
So with that, we appreciate you guys. Share our social media posts. Share our podcast to everybody you know. We're excited to have you here. We thank you guys.
Yeah.
We've been thanking you guys for a while because we've been mostly drunk at our
we've thanked
we
every
have?
time. Every
Good.
time we
Every
thank
time we thank
we
them.
thank everybody because we are super.
I will
appreciative.
actually. I'll be back this summer, correct? At some point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a good time. Yeah, it was
fun.
Maybe we'll do one at the. We should do a podcast at the original spot. We should just do it right there at the lake.
Oh, that'd be fun.
It depends on the wind level, though.
We'll figure it out. We'll buy super
Look, we
high-end
figured this out.
microphones. You can pay for the super high-end microphones that'll block out the wind.
Yeah.
This podcast is sponsored by Sean.
Just sign this relinquishment agreement.
No,
So thank you guys, Sean. Thanks for joining us here.
Absolutely,
not only on the
absolutely.
podcast, but here in Austin. We've had a great time. I'm gonna need to get some water and some more fiber, whatever that is, and
it's just fiber powder.
It's
Fiber
daily,
powder.
daily fiber.
Oh, daily fiber.
fiber.
Sorry, daily fiber.
And since I'm giving them a third,
the old butt wipe.
butt wipes.
Butt wipes.
For when your
But
ass
it's the-
needs wiping.
But it's the boo-wee on mine.
Thank you all. Happy Mother's Day to
Happy
everyone
Mother's Day.
out there. Happy birthday, Dad. Love and miss you.
Love your mom.
Sean loves his mom. We love you. Love you. Enjoy.
Hey, that.